Manage the workload, manage the innings, manage the in-between starts with all the maintenance and everything else. But I also would love to talk about this guy on the mound, if you guys don't mind. Just a couple seconds here. Iglesias. Had a chance to catch up with him, and the work he's done ever since coming over here, I think really impressive. And he told me he changed a lot in his routines when he got here, and it also pertains to kind of workload in between his outings and everything like that. Keep in mind, I was a starter with the Reds, moved to the bullpen, and he goes, and what I figured out about myself is I prefer to throw a lot in games continuously. So he said when you consider whether it's back-to-back or even multiple innings, he goes, I just want to keep pitching. That's what I told them. And of course, they're kind of structuring it for the longevity. He said probably right now, no more than back-to-back days. But once the postseason starts, Frenchie, what do they say? Throw it all out the window?
Yeah, we saw that with Madsick last year. As you see, he comes right on in and on cue strikes out Wade. Look, he was a starter then, even when he went to, even when he went from there to the pen, he still was kind of two innings. We'd see a lot of 6-out saves for him. And then he went over to Anaheim and, did a little bit less. But, here in Atlanta, he's been strictly a one-inning guy. And with that being said, though, some guys like to throw. They want that ball. And for him, he's one of those guys.
Mike Yastrzemski, the hitter, with one out. The other, I guess you'd have to say, the big piece of furniture in the room is there a ninth-inning controversy with the Braves? We know the struggles of Kenley Jansen over the last 2 weeks. We know how successful Iglesias has been. Here he is in the eighth inning. If this score stays the same, I would assume we'd see Kenley Jansen in the ninth tonight.
Yeah, I would think that's where they're at right now. And until we hear any different, I think Brian Sinker's made that very clear.
Fly ball to left. Piece of cake for Rosario, who will handle that for the second out.
Remember, I told you this. You can feel a lot of different ways about this. The same thing last year. Remember, we got into this with Will Smith. But I can tell you something. When you make a move like that, Chip, you make a move. It's not for 3 games and all of a sudden he blows a game and now he's back. So when you make that move, you go all in with it. And I'm not saying that down the road in the postseason you might not see Iglesias close a game. But right now, the way that they're built is Fermenter, Iglesias, and Kenley Jansen.
Evan Longoria hits with 2 outs. I think we're all guilty of forgetting that relief pitchers can have slumps too.
Yeah.
Batters go through them. It's just not as noticeable as when it happens in the 7th, 8th, or 9th inning of a close game.
I was going to say, not even relief pitchers, more of closers because of the pressure. It's like a field goal kicker, man. You're everybody's best friend, and then the next week you get released.
Yeah, don't talk to Brian Jordan about field goal kickers. That drives him crazy.
That's a perfect example.
Not a fan.
But I'm sure the Spiders, their kicker got them a win or two every once in a while.
But that's the nature of the game, right? That's the nature of the position. It is high stress, high leverage, high attention. As this ball is hit in the air toward right center, Evan Longoria is going to be retired, and Iglesias makes short work of the Giants in the 8th inning. 3 up and 3 men down. We head to the 9th.